In 1934, America was in the middle of a decade-long depression that people just didn't know where their next meal was coming, and you had to be a hard-nosed person just to survive from day to day. And its national sport was baseball, and it fashioned teams that were just as hard-nosed and tough as the average American was. Take the St. Louis Cardinals. They were called the Gas House Games. They were a brash, cocky bunch of players who took trash talk and locker room and raunchiness, hard drinking and hard living to an extreme. That was the style of play in the 1934 World Series, and by Game 7, it had all come to a boiling point. Ducky Medwick had set the tone for the Cardinals, getting 4 hits and a home run in the first game. But in Game 7, in the 6th inning, he slid hard into Marv Owen, the third baseman of the Tigers. People didn't like that, and when he went back out of the field, they started throwing vegetables and trash out on the field, causing Kennesaw Mountain Landis, the commissioner, to call Marv Owen and Ducky Medwick over to his box before the start of the next half inning while the people were throwing the trash. The judge had made up his mind. He ejected and disqualified Ducky Medwick from the game. He felt that if he didn't, the game would not be able to continue and they wouldn't even be able to finish the game. Medwick went to the bench, threw his glove down on the bench, and the game resumed. The game itself was a laugh for 11-0 Cardinals. But the Medwick ejection was iconic number 8, or is iconic number 8 in this project. Let's replay Game 7 of the 1934 World Series. This is Apba Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. It's October 9th, 1934. Dizzy Dean was selected to pitch Game 7 of the World Series. There was some question whether he'd be able to. He was put in the game as a pinch runner on October the 8th, and in order to break up a double play, he slid into second base, raising up, and took a throw from Billy Rogel right between the eyes. Knocked him out. They took him to the hospital. That's the famous line where he said that he was x-rayed and they found nothing. The Tigers ace, Schoolboy Rowe, was not really available. He had pitched on the 8th. Tommy Bridges was the next best pitcher. He was not available to start. Then you had Eldon Ocker, and Eldon Ocker got the tap on the shoulder. He was 15-7 in 34 with a 3.42 earned run average. For the Tigers, Hank Greenberg was not having a good series. He was normally their cleanup hitter, but he was moved down the lineup to 6th, and that seemed to revive his bat, so he's batting 6th today. Tigers were basically new to the World Series. They had not been in the World Series for a very long time. St. Louis had been in 26, 30, and 31. They were very familiar with World Series competition. We have had the introductions of the players. Let's play ball. Game 7, 1934 World Series. Pepper Martin steps into the box. Eldon Ocker goes into the windup. Here's the first pitch of the game, 46. That's a 29. It's a little roller back to Eldon Ocker, who throws to Hank Greenberg at first. Martin is the first out of Game 7. That brings up Jack Rothrock the right fielder. We're using basic Apba, except I'm using the Merino boards. Still using the letter grades for the pitchers, but more exactness in the base dealing and the defense, as we have the master ratings on both cards. Here is pitch to Rothrock, 53, 17. That's going to test the right fielder for the Tigers. That's Pete Fox. He is a fielding column 2, and that's going to be a base hit just out of his reach. And Rothrock takes first. He is fast. Stealing rating is C18, indicating that he would go, but success number is not very high. Aldo Knocker will go into the stretch, and he will pitch to Frankie Frisch. For many years, pitchers had just a wind up and a stretch, so it's two different pitching motions, and that affects people's games. So now I notice in modern day pitchers, some of them just always pitch from the stretch. Here is Frankie Frisch, player manager of the St. Louis Cardinals. There were two player managers, Frankie Frisch for the Cards. He had to contain these wild characters on the gas ass game, plus play second base. And he did it in style. He was the MVP in 1934 in the National League and also the winning World Series manager. Mickey Cochran was the player manager for the Detroit Tigers, and he played catcher. That's the last time in a World Series that there would be two player managers playing against each other. Pitch to Frisch, 36 is a 33. Pop up to third base. Under it is Marv Owen. 2 outs. Brings up Ducky Medwick, who's having a good series thus far. Here's the pitch to Ducky Medwick, 32 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. Charlie Gehringer, as I put it, he throws the first. Cardinals are out in the first inning. We go to the bottom of the first. No score with the Tigers coming to bat. JoJo White will lead off, the center fielder for the Detroit Tigers in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the pitch to JoJo White, a 312 hitter. 51 is a 9 against an AC pitcher. That's going to be an out. We'll take the 28. That's a ground out to shortstop, 6-3. Tigers had a prolific offense. They led the American League in runs scored. They hit over 300 as a team. And no starting position player had a batting average lower than 285. Mickey Cochran steps into the box. 53 is an 18 that will test the Cardinal shortstop, Leo DeRocher. DeRocher is fielding column 9. That's defensive 9. That's fielding column 1. And with less than 2 outs, that play result is a base hit. DeRocher sees one roll past him and into left field. Cochran is F26 stealing. High success number, but the F will prevent him from going. The F means that he can't go until there's 2 out in the 7th inning or later. Here is the third place hitter for the Detroit Tigers, Charlie Gehringer, 356 in 1934. Second in the league, only to Lou Gehrig. Gehrig hit, I think, 363. 63 is a fly ball to center field, caught by Ernie Orsatti. Number 5 out there puts it away, and there are 2 down. Goose Goslin, number of Hall of Famers in this game. Goslin's one of them. Here's the pitch to the Goose. 51, 8 against the AC pitcher is going to be an out. 29 is there's a Y there, Dean's an X. So it's a ground ball to the pitcher, and Dizzy Dean throws out Goose Goslin. Tigers get a hit but don't score. We go to the top of the second. 0-0. All right, Ripper Collins will lead off the top of the second for the St. Louis Cardinals. This game is being played in Navin Field, later known as Briggs Field or Tiger Stadium in Detroit. And in 1934, there was not a complete upper deck around the entire field. There were temporary bleachers erected in left field and right field, but no upper deck. Rip Collins steps into the box. 35 home runs, led the Cardinals in homers in 34. Here's the pitch, 25. That's an 8 against a B. That's a fly ball to center field. JoJo White races in and makes the catch. One down. Catcher Bill Delancey. I think Delancey was a former National League MVP and a .318 hitter, playing about half the season in 1934. 56 is a 38 ball one. 63 is a fly ball also to Tigers center fielder JoJo White. Two down, two flyouts to center. Here is Ernie Orsatti, yet another 300 hitter in this game. 24 is a 27 ground ball to third base. Marv Owen picks it up and throws to first. 3 outs. Locker has retired 5 of 6 of 7 Cardinals that he's faced. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Dizzy Dean returns to the mound and does his warm-up tosses. He said before the season that if he and Paul Dean would win 50 games, they won 49 in the regular season, and in the World Series they won 4 more to complete that prediction. The two of them won 53 games, and they won all 4 games of the 34 World Series, Dizzy 2 and Paul 2. Here is Billy Rosell, the Tiger shortstop, leading off the bottom of the second inning. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Ernie Orsatti is under it. He makes the catch. 1 down. Stadium is sold out in Detroit. Here's Hank Greenberg. 2-3 is flied to the left side of the field. Under it is Ducky Medwick. 2 flyouts and 2 outs. That brings up Marv Owen, the third baseman. 4-2 is a base on balls to Marv Owen. Owen throws away the bat, takes first base. Here's Pete Fox, the 8th place hitter. Dean will pitch to him. 3-1 is a 9. Gets an A, that's a base hit on the A column, and now we check the C column. It is not a hit on the C column, so it's going to be a ground out to second base. 4-3. Dean is an AC pitcher. 30-7 in 1934 with 2.66 earned run average. That's all for the Tigers in the second. We go to the top of the third. No score. Here's the pitch from the top of the third to Leo the Lip DeRocher. 41 is a ground ball to shortstop. Billy Rogel has it, throws across the diamond, and DeRocher is retired. Brings up the pitcher Dizzy Dean with instructions to not try to break up any more double plays. 51. 9 to B. That's going to be a hit for the pitcher Dizzy Dean. And he takes first with 1 down. Probably forgetting the admonishment from Frankie Frisch not to break up any more double plays by rising up into the path of the throw. Pepper Martin steps in the box. He was another character. Pepper Martin's hobby was racing cars. Also played in the Mudcat band. Here's the pitch to Pepper. 6-6 roll. That's going to be a second column roll for Pepper Martin. 44 is a drive. It could be It is out of here, and Dizzy Dean's not going to have to break up any double play here as he scores, followed by Martin. The Cardinals take a 2-0 lead, and it is getting quiet here in Tiger Stadium. Here's the pitch to Rothrock, 34, fly ball center field. JoJo White goes back toward the wall and makes the catch. I wanted to say track, but I'm not sure when warning tracks were put in. I'm not sure that they were in yet. Here is Frankie Frisch. 24 is a fly ball to center field. And that's the end of the third inning, but the Cardinals put 2 up on the board with the home run by Pepper Martin. Go to the bottom of the third, 2-0. Pitcher Eldon Ocker will lead off the Tigers' third inning. Here's the pitch from Dizzy Dean. 34 is a fly ball to center field. 1 out. Center field is getting a lot of action in today's game. Here is JoJo White, top of the order. 1-2 is a ground ball back to Dizzy Dean. He's got it and throws the first. 2 out. Pretty good at fielding his pitcher's box position. Here is Mickey Cochran, player manager of the Tigers. 43 is another roller back to the pitcher. 3 up and 3 down for Detroit. We go to the top of the fourth. It's the Cardinals 2 and the Tigers 0. Ducky Medwick leads off the fourth for St. Louis. They're up by 2 runs. 43 is a ground ball back to Eldon Ocker. 1 away. Ripper Collins. Collins hit .333, 35 homers and 34. He turned up on another championship team, National League Championship team. That's the 38 Cubs. 64 is a base on balls. Ripper Collins gets a free pass. Catcher Bill Delancey. 2-2 roll for Delancey. That's going to be a 6. Against the B, that's going to be a double. And the runner goes to third. Unless he's fast. I don't think Collins is fast. He is not. So the Cards have runners at the second and third stations for Ernie Orsatti. And only 1 down. Detroit will play the infield in and try to stop this run at the plate. They cannot afford to fall very far behind Dizzy Dean. Here's the pitch. 1-5 is a 10 against a B pitcher. That's going to be a base hit, and it will score Collins and Delancey also. 2 RBIs for Ernie Orsatti. The Cardinals take a 4-0 lead in the fourth. Orsatti is a C19 in stealing. There's 1 down. Leo DeRocher is the batter. If he gets caught stealing, trying to steal, and DeRocher makes it out, then you got to lead off the inning with a pitcher. I don't want to do that. So he's not stealing. Here's the pitch to DeRocher, fly ball to left field. Goose Goslin is under it and makes the catch. 2 outs. And now here is Dizzy Dean, who is 1 for 1. Got a base hit and scored in the third inning. 24 is going to be a fly ball to right field. Pete Fox makes the catch, and that's the end of the fourth inning, but the Cardinals scored 2 more runs, and they have extended their lead to 4-0 over the Tigers. Tigers will lead off the bottom of the fourth inning with their Hall of Fame second baseman, Charlie Gehringer. Had a smooth, sweet swing from the left side of the batter's box, very graceful in the field. Hit over 313 of 16 full seasons with the Tigers and was the NL MVP in 1937. 1-1 roll for Gehringer, And with that little build-up, he has got his second column roll. 64 is a leadoff double for Charlie Gehringer. Let's see if the Tigers can claw their way back into this game. Here is Goose Gosselin, 305 hitter with 13 home runs. Here's the pitch to Gosselin from Dizzy Dean. 54 is a 32. Fly ball to right field. The Cardinals are feeling column 2, and on the second column, that's deep enough for the base runner Gehringer to advance to third. So one away, and now the first potential Tiger run is just 90 feet away for shortstop Billy Rogel. 296 in 34. Cardinals will play the infield back. 36 is a base on balls to Rogel. Could set up a potential double play. But they're going to have to do it against a 339 hitter, Hank Greenberg. Greenberg swings from the right side, 26 homers and 34. Infield is playing back. Dean wants something hit on the ground. 6-6 rolls a drive by Greenberg. It might be, it could be, it is over the left field wall, a 3-run home run for Detroit. And the Tigers are back in this game. One wonders if Greenberg picked up a few new adopted names by the Cardinals as he rounded the bases, but I think they're out of gas by the seventh game. They're not here. It's 4-3. Marv Owen steps in. Here's the pitch. 1-5 to Marv Owen. 8 against the AC pitcher is going to be an out. Fly ball to center field. That's 2 outs. There have been 4 long fly balls in the inning. One of them left the yard, and one of them was a double. Here is Pete Fox. 2 outs, bases clear. 4-6 is a ground ball back to Dizzy Dean. He throws the first. 3 outs. But the Cardinals see their lead reduced to 1 run. St. Louis 4, the Tigers 3. Pepper Martin leads off the top half of inning number 5 for the Redbirds. Here's the pitch from Eldon Ocker. 1-3 is a base on balls. Martin is fast at first. Here is Jack Rothrock. The hit and run play is on. Here's the pitch to Rothrock. 32 is a 26. Ground ball to second base. The only play will be to first, and Martin goes to second. Frankie Frisch. Frankie Frisch is a switch hitter. He will be swinging the bat from the left side. He prefers to hit from the left side as he gets a 4-foot head start toward first base. Here's the pitch to Frankie Frisch, 46. Ground ball to Eldon Ocker. Or take that back. It's a ground ball to the first baseman, Hank Greenberg, who flips to Ocker covering. 3-1. Martin goes from second to third. There's 2 outs. And the cleanup hitter, Ducky Medwick. .21 is a fly ball to left field. Medwick will be retired. He's 0 for 3 in the game. And Martin is stranded at third. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 4-3 Cardinals. Pitcher Eldon Ocker will lead off the bottom of the 5th inning for the Tigers. 1-4 is a fly ball to left field. Joe Medwick settles under it and makes the grab. 1 down. Ocker is 0 for 2 with 2 flyouts. Here's top of the order and JoJo White. Fast outfielder 21 is a fly ball to left field also. Medwick has that. Picks that out of the sky for the second out. Now the catcher, Mickey Cochran. 3-6 is a base on balls. Second time Cochran has run the bases. Singled the other time. Average speed at first, Here's Charlie Gehringer, the Tigers' best hitter. Doubled his last time up. 31 is an 8 against the AC pitcher. That's going to be a 29. Ground out to Dizzy Dean at the mound. 3 outs. Top of the 6th. Still 4-3 Cardinals. All right, duty hit for the Cardinals in the 6th inning is Ripper Collins, Delancey, and Ernie Orsatti. The 6th inning is the inning where the Medwick event took place. Part of the frustration for the Tiger fans is that their team, by the 6th inning of the actual game, was already 9 runs behind, 9-0. The Cardinals put together a 7-run inning. I think it was the 2nd inning. And the game was already decided, and frustration level was very high among the fans. Here's a pitch to Ripper Collins. 42 is a base hit for Rip Collins. He is 1 for 2, also reached by walk. Here is Bill Delancey. 52 is a 27. That's a ground ball to third base. Detroit's fielding column 1, and that turns it into a 5-4-3 double play. Marv Owens to Charlie Gehringer to Hank Greenberg. 2 outs, bases clear. Here's Ernie Orsatti. Twin killings always change the flavor of an inning, but we'll see what happens here. 13 is another walk. Orsatti takes first. Here's Leo the Lip, DeRocher. That's a strikeout. DeRocher goes down swinging, a strikeout victim. And we go to the bottom of the 6th. It is still 4-3 Cardinals. We've got a tight game here. It's a good one, 4-3. If you've not had a chance to see yesterday's game, that was a 1934 All-Star game. Catch that one. That iconic moment, of course, was not. None of these games are going to reproduce the iconic moments that we're talking about as we play the games, although it's possible, but highly unlikely. But these games are creating their own iconic moments. There were 2 in yesterday's game in the 9th inning. Won't say what they are in case you've not watched it. But here is Goose Goslin leading off the bottom of the 6th. Tigers are down by a penny. 53 or 55 roll is an 8 against the A pitcher. It's fly out to center field. 1 down. Billy Rogel. 24, swing and a miss. Strike 3. Hank Greenberg. Greenberg is 1 for 1 with the big blow for the Tigers. 3-run home run in the 4th inning. 6-2 is a 41. Okay, 42 would be a hit by pitch ball. But 41 is an error on the pitcher, Dizzy Dean. He throws one away, and Greenberg will go to second on the E1. Tying runs in scoring position. Third baseman Marv Owen, a .317 hitter. 35 is a 9. That's a 28. Ground ball to the shortstop. DeRocher has it, throws the first. That's the end of the Tiger threat. We go to the top of the 7th. Cardinals 4, Tigers 3. All right, this is the 7th inning, the fatigue inning for the starting pitchers. They do not have batters faced on their cards. So home rules, we go with the 7th inning. Three bad things happen to the pitcher. The grade will go down 1 level. Pitcher Dizzy Dean leads off for the Cardinals. He's 1 for 2. 35 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Tiger fans tell Dizzy, go take a seat. Here is Pepper Martin. Martin's had a good game. He is a 2-run homer in the third, walked in the fourth. 45 is another base on balls. He hustles to second. And here's Jack Rothrock. It's the first nick in the fatigue armor of Eldon Ocker. 36 is a 33. Pop up to third base. Marv Owen is under it and makes the catch. 2 Cardinals are gone, and here is the NL MVP, Frankie Frisch, 0 for 3 today. Pitch to the Fordham Flash, 52 is a 27. Ground ball to third base. Owen has it, makes the long throw across, just gets the Fordham Flash for the third out. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Cardinals 4 and the Tigers 3. All right, Pete Fox will lead off for the Detroit Tigers. Here's the pitch. 2-3 is a ground ball to second base, a bouncer to Frankie Frisch. Fox goes back to the dugout, the first out. Eldon Ocker is due to bat. Timeout. Tigers going to call for a pinch hitter for the pitcher. And the pitcher is going to be G. Walker, outfielder, 300 hitter with 6 homers and 347 at-bats. Here's a pitch from Dizzy Dean, 65, popped up behind catcher. Delancey has the mask off and makes the catch. 2 outs. And that brings the top of the order, JoJo White. If he gets on, he could stir up some trouble. 1-3 is a base on balls. He has some speed. JoJo White is at first. E32 stealing, and I think that's a pretty good bet that he's going to go. Let's see, the catcher for St. Louis, Delancey, has a no rating for a throwing arm. He is an 8 catcher. That would be -3. And 9 catcher would be -6. Converting that over. So take 3 off the number, and also let's see what Dean's move the first is. +1, so that's a -4 off 32. 28 is a success number, and that means 11 through 54, he will be safe. He's going to take those odds. There he goes. Here's the throw. He is safe, and 1-1 is going to sail into center field. An error on the throw sends White to third base. Stolen base and an error catcher. 90 feet away with 2 outs. And it's player manager Mickey Cochran at the plate. You're always playing the infield back with 2 away. Dean goes into the stretch. Here's the pitch. 62 is a 22. Grounded to DeRocher. He's very good there at shortstop on defense. The throw to first. 3 outs. And that's the end of the threat. JoJo White is stranded at third. We go to the top of the 8th. Still Cardinals 4 and the Tigers 3. All right, Ducky Medwick comes up to lead off for the Cardinals. If he happens to hit a triple here, I'll do what I normally do when there is a hit batter. I'll roll the dice, and if it's doubles, there will be a brawl. He ends up at third base. Here's the pitch to Medwick. 55 is a single. He's going to be on base. Forgot to introduce the new pitcher. That's Firpo Marbury for the Tigers. He's a grade C, Y, and Z modifier. Medwick's at first. F24 steal rating. Cochran's a 9 catcher. Marbury's move to first is negligible. It's a 0. But Mickey Cochran is a +4 thrower, so he takes 4 off the steal success number, which would be 20. All right, 20 gives him a chance to be safe at 11 through 42. That's not terrific odds. Ripper Collins 45. 2 balls and no strikes. Marbury has the Z modifier. He's going to need to throw strikes here, though. 45 is a walk the hard way, Applewise. Ball 4. Cardinals' first 2 batters are on timeout. Mickey Cochran, player manager of the Tigers, requests time. He goes to the mound. He's going to get a new pitcher. That is going to be Chief Hogsett. So Marbury faces only 2 batters, and they both reach. Those 2 runners will be his responsibility. Hogsett is a grade C-Y pitcher. He'll be B for 1 batter only. Due to same-sidedness, he's a left-handed pitcher facing the left-handed Bill Delancey. Except manager Frankie Frisch calls Delancey back into the dugout. He's going to send up one of his other catchers. That's Spud Davis, a right-handed batter, 300 hitter. Hogsett doesn't get the bump up. Here's the pitch to Spud Davis. 6-4 is a 38. Pass ball unless Cochran's a PB0. Let me see what he is. He's a PB1, so it's a pass ball. That gets through. Cardinals move up to second and third. Tigers move their infield in tight. Here's a pitch from Hogsett. 1-2 is a 25. Line drive to Greenberg. He's got it, throws to second. Rogel steps on second. It's a double play. The runner at third. Medwick holds. 3 and 3-6 DP. That changes this inning. 2 outs. Runner at third. And that brings up Ernie Orsatti, the 7th place hitter, but also another 300 hitter. Can Ernie Orsatti provide the Redbirds with some insurance? Here's the pitch. 25. 8 against a C. Base hit. He does. Cardinals 5, Tigers 3. That run is charged to Fearful Marbury. Brings up Leo DeRocher. 1-2 is a ground ball to second base. Gehringer throws the first. 3 outs. But the Cardinals add 1. They lead 5-3. Gehringer, Gosselin, and Rogel will come to bat in an important 8th inning. They've only got 6 outs left to make up 2 runs. And they're facing the toughest of the toughest. Dizzy Dean, here's the pitch. 1-3 is a base on balls to Charlie Gehringer. Tigers need base runner. Gehringer provides that. He's on first. E23 stealing. He'll probably not be going. Goose Gosselin's the batter. Here's the pitch to the Goose, who played on the 33 championship team of the Washington Senators. 36 is a 33. Pop up toward third base. Pepper Martin is under it and makes the catch. Gosselin's 0 for 4. Here's a shortstop, Billy Rogel. 3-3 roll. That's a hit column roll for Rogel. And 1-3 is a double that will score Gehringer all the way from first base. 5-4. Tigers are hanging in there. And that is the third bad thing to happen to Dizzy Dean. He goes to a pitcher only. Hank Greenberg. Dizzy Dean to Hank Greenberg. 2 outs. Runner in scoring position. 4-2 is a 9 against an A. Ground ball to shortstop. That'll end the inning. 6-3. Or not in the inning. There's only 1 out. So now Rogel holds at second. And now there's 2 outs. Here is Marv Owen, 7th place hitter in the order. 317 on the year. 52 is a 27. That's a ground out to the third baseman, Pepper Martin. Tigers score 1. They get that 1 run back, but there's still 1 down. We go to the 9th. St. Louis 5 and Detroit 4. All right, right-hand curveball pitcher, normally a starter, Tommy Bridges, will be called on to pitch the 9th inning for the Tigers. He's a grade B pitcher, X modifier. We mentioned 2 days ago he threw an 8-inning complete game against the Cardinals. It's just 2 days later, but in the actuality, he actually threw four innings in Game 7. He's got Dizzy Dean, Pepper Martin, and Jack Rothrock to face in the top of the 9th inning. 3-2 to Dizzy Dean is a 26. Ground ball to Charlie Gehringer at second. Gehringer makes the play. Here's Pepper Martin. 1-1 roll. That's a hit column roll for Pepper Martin. He already has a home run in the game. 43 is a double for Pepper. Martin's in scoring position. One thing you want to always check when you play the Merino boards is there, on doubles, if there's a L or an M on the pitcher's card, those doubles are turned into home runs, and there's no L or M on Bridges' card. It's kind of rare, but it does come up from time to time. Martin's at second. Jack Rothrock is the hitter. 23 is a 24 pop-up on the infield, called by the shortstop, Billy Rangel. He's got it. 2 outs. And now Frankie Frisch, 0 for 4 in this World Series game. Two-two roll. That's a 7. Base hit for Frisch, scoring Pepper Martin from second. Cardinals extend the lead back to 2 runs. It is Cardinals 6, the Tigers 4. Clutch hit, first hit in the game for Frankie Frisch, the player manager. And lots of joy and congratulations as settling in on the Cardinals dugout. They're breathing a little bit easier. Here is Ducky Medwick. Pitch to Medwick. 1-1 roll. That's a deep drive to left. It hits the wall in the left center field gap. The run will score. Medwick will slide into third. He slides in hard in the third with Marvel. And we said that I said that one time, I'm going to roll the dice to see if there's a brawl. There is not. Medwick with a triple drives in Frankie Frisch. Now the Cardinals lead by 3. 7-4. I couldn't tell if there was a dust up. The dust was flying. Medwick did come in spikes high, and you could tell there was general unhappiness over at third base. Ripper Collins is the batter. He steps into the plate from the left side. He is a switch hitter. Pitch from Tommy Bridges to Ripper Collins, 56. There's a swing and a miss. That'll end the top of the 9th inning, but the Cardinals score 2, and they lead 7-4. As the Cardinals took the field, a rain of trash and food was thrown at Ducky Medwick at third, a delay in this game. Mickey Cochran went out to left field to try to get the fans to stop. They would not, so Judge Landis has ejected Medwick out of this game. He's not happy. Reserve outfielder Chick Fullis is put into the lineup in the left field. He is a fielding column 1. Let's see what that does to the defense. That is, he's rated 1, which would be fielding column 3. Medwick is also a 1, so that doesn't do anything to the defense. Cardinals are still defensive 2. So you've got in the bottom of the 9th inning, the Tigers down by 3. Bottom of the order is scheduled to bat. Pete Fox will lead off for Detroit. We see a pitch hitter is coming out on deck. That's the catcher, Hayworth. And then the top of the order, JoJo White. Dizzy Dean is tired. He's rated A. Here's the pitch to Fox. 6-6 roll. That's a hit column roll for Fox. 25 is going to be a leadoff double. Tigers are in business with the leadoff man in scoring position. Ray Hayworth will be sent up to pitch hit for the pitcher, 293 hitter in 1934, and the Cardinals call time. James Tex Carlton will be the new St. Louis pitcher, 1611, 4.26 ERA. Grade C pitcher, Y and Z modifiers. He'll be grade B pitching to Hayworth due to same-sidedness. All right, here we go. Here's the pitch. 4-6 is a 2-4. We get a lazy pop-up near the third base foul line. Descending on it is Leo DeRocher. He makes the catch. One away, and Fox will have to hold at second. Top of the order, and JoJo White. "3-2 is a 26. Hard hit ball toward the hole, snagged by the second baseman Frankie Frisch to throw to first. 2 outs, the runner goes to third. Tigers are down to their last out. Good play by Frankie Frisch. Here is Mickey Cochran, player manager. Last hope for the Tigers. Here's the pitch from Tex Carlton. 3-5 is a 9. Deep drive towards center. Orsetti is racing back, and he has got it. 3 outs, and the Cardinals win the 1934 World Series 7-4. We'll be back with a wrap-up. All right, to wrap up this Game 7 of the 1934 World Series, the St. Louis Cardinals are victorious with 7 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The Detroit Tigers scored 4 runs on 5 hits, and they committed no errors. Dizzy Dean pitched 8 innings and 4 runs. He's the winning pitcher. Tex Carlton gets the save. And Firpo Marbury, who only pitched to 2 batters, takes the loss. Today's star of the game is Pepper Martin and Becky Medwick. We're going to have co-stars. Pepper Martin was 2 for 4, 2-run homer and a double, scored 2 runs, also walked twice. So he's on base 4 out of 5 times. That's what leadoff hitters do. And the other star of the game, Becky Medwick, was 2 for 5. He scored the winning run, which would be the 5th run in the 8th inning. And he also had a 2-run triple. Or, see, that would be 1 RBI. He had a 1-run triple in the 9th inning. So Becky Medwick and Pepper Martin are the stars of today's game. The iconic incident we were talking about happened again, as we said, in the 6th inning. Judge Kennesaw Mountain Lewis called over both managers, and Marv on the third baseman and Becky Medwick. He asked Medwick if there was any reason why he kicked. Oh, and Medwick said negative, no, and Mountain Lewis gave him the thumb and kicked him out of the game. He said also, why'd you do it? And Medwick said, well, that's what happens in baseball games. And during the Depression, things like that happened a lot. They were hard-nosed players, basically playing for their survival. Not that the game isn't hard-nosed today, but I think especially so in the Depression era ball teams. So Medwick was ejected. He was escorted off the field by 5 Detroit policemen. And it was very controversial for the commissioner to deny St. Louis their best ball player in the middle of their most important game of the season. But I think he did the right thing. I'm not sure that game would have continued. It was a 17-minute delay before they called the 2 managers and players to the box. The crowd had been requested numerous times by the manager and umpires to stop throwing things. They ran out of vegetables. They were antagonized a bit by Cardinal outfielders picking up the vegetables and playing.